Hey folks, Derek here. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Now that I have the new table and the beginning of the new layout, I thought it would be a lot of fun to do sort of a video log or blog, right, vlog of building the layout and how it's going, my thought process as I do everything, and what I'm thinking through. So instead of it being like every once in a long blue moon, putting together a video that shows the whole layout, I really want to do this in steps that keep short videos and show you what's happening each stage with the layout. As you can already see, I set up the layout as I previously had it on the folding tables, more or less, but already there are some big changes coming. So I hope you enjoy this. Be sure to subscribe and like. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the journey that we're about to take as I build this layout over the next months or however long it takes. All right, so here is a quick overview of the layout. As you can see, I've got two little stands here for the transformers. The DCS system is down there underneath. I am going to also tie in the Lionel command base in the future. We'll see. Or hopefully Cab 3 will come out this year. We'll see. So this is the layout. Now, you'll notice that there's obviously lots of space missing, and then there's suddenly this Gargraves track here. I am planning to build out the layout much bigger. The fast track will eventually go away. Right now, this is basically the same layout that I had before on the folding tables. It's just now here on this wonderfully built wood table that is much more stable. And I'm going with 080 here for the Gargraves curves. As you can see, there's a center cutout. Obviously, the wiring is a bit of a mess right now, simply because I wanted to get stuff wired up and run while the table and the layout is coming together. And then I'll start to pull things apart and replace them as we go along here. So what will be happening here in the next couple days, now that the 080 is here, is the 072 oval that I currently have set up is going to go away. That will become the 080 oval. And then coming off of this 080 curve here will be an engine yard where you see all of these beautiful engines parked right now. And then I will do an 072 second inner main line. I'm looking forward to doing that as well. And then after that, you would think that you'd know what you want to do, but honestly, I'm still really undecided on what I want to do inside of those two main lines. Do I have a couple smaller, more creative loops for smaller engines and trains? Do I put a yard for shunting freight around? It's still really up in the air, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be exciting. I have picked up cork. I will be putting that down underneath the Gargraves track to help me build up a roadbed for the future, and also to just help deaden the sound. And then, as you probably have already seen in some of my videos, the shelf that's going up around the room is for the standard gauge. So I am now finally set up with a standard gauge loop in the room that is big enough to both curve diameter wise to handle the larger passenger cars from my standard gauge template, but also long enough so that I can run my full set of standard gauge trains in all their beauty. In fact, now this one is PS3 controlled. My 4AE down there on the table is traditional, so I cannot control that remotely. But I do have another PS2 diesel set, and I could actually, because of how big this loop is, have both sets running at the same time. So definitely something I'm going to do in the future once I get the track wired up to be controlled remotely. Right now, just because I was in a rush the other day, I wired it up so that it's just going directly into the ZW here. But it will just take me a few minutes when I get around to it to put this wire down there into the DCS system and then connect it up to the ZW. Now, obviously, this wire hanging down from the shelf is hideous. I will be drilling a small hole up there so that it can come down. And then I'll put something up here to decorate, and that way you won't see the wire too obviously hanging down from up there. And also, like, real quick, so people I'm sure are wondering, I have 4 points, drop points on this track. I probably should have more, but as you can see, right, there's one, there's a second one over there, there's a third one there, and then the final one is right there. And then they all, which I actually have, of course, perfectly parked the train here, but there is a bus, as you can see, right there underneath the car, where they all are coming in. So anyway, that is the layout. And I will continue to post quick short video updates like this as I continue to make progress, so that you can all share the challenges and wonders of building a full-size O-scale layout, or I shouldn't say necessarily full-size, but an O-scale layout of this magnitude. There definitely is going to be raised loops as well, but before I get to that, I need to get the ground figured out, and I do know in that back right corner, I am going to put together a big mountain with tunnels. That way so you get that sort of break of the train disappearing from your view and then coming back. And so the mountain will also make, I think, for some interesting opportunities, both modeling and for my other raised loops. So we'll see what comes.